Hi there, thanks very much for joining me here on Scotland FX. My name is Stuart. I've been trading the Forex profitably for the last couple of years on a smaller scale, do this part time, though I am looking to perhaps take this full time in the near future. With that being said, I've been working a strategy I've been using for a couple of years and adapting it so that it would work with the Ftmo challenge, which is something I'm looking to do pretty soon. Obviously, if I can get a larger funded account, then I can perhaps take this endeavour full time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run through a few trades right now that I'm looking at and will possibly take. If I do, I will put them on my Telegram. If you haven't joined my Telegram already, the link is in the description of the last few videos and the description of this video. It's a free Telegram group where I'll be posting the trades I take and a wee explanation of why I take them, and obviously you get to see the outcome of those trades. I'll do a before and after snapshot as well. Now if that all sounds good to you, do me a solid, leave this video a thumbs up, like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification, that way you'll be kept up to date as and when I release more info. Right, yeah, brilliant, let's have a look at this. There's three. I've had a quick look at the assets I normally like. Well, the ones I've been looking at for Ftmo, I've been focusing on these assets here, not so many obviously if you think about all the Forex pairs. It's really just I find them to be good trending assets, and they typically trend very well, and I'm a trend trader, so I think for the Ftmo, rather than just looking at 40 different Forex pairs, the majors and minors, I'll just stick to the ones that I know and have traded well in the past and that I happen to know trend well and then lend themselves to this strategy. So let's have a look at there's the three I've had a quick look at this morning. And I'm just going to do a wee bit of TA on them. They just seem to be trending nice. You can see them here in the 4 hour. It seemed to be nice trending. You've got your 20s below your 50. Clearly we had a high, a low. It didn't attempt at all to recover back up. Lower low, lower high, making a lower low. So definitely, you see that more in the 1 hour. Definitely an asset that's bearish at the moment. So you've got your high, you've got your low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So it's definitely on a downtrend at the moment. Looking here at the 1 hour, where could it retrace back to? What's our key price zones? Clearly there's a price zone in about here. And our second one would be in about here, looking at the two zones of interest. Now how does that relate to our fib? Well, if we go from the most recent high to the current low, assuming that this is a low and doesn't go any further, but where we stand at the moment at least would be this low over here. So if this does retrace back from this level, that becomes the new lower low, but how far back will it retrace? Now, good question. Is deeply descending, so it may just be this sort of, you can see it's lining up nicely with the 32 fib level, though there's a strong price action area up here at the 61.8 as well. So for me, this is I might not put in a pending order just yet. I might wait till I see some rejection at this level and then put in a manual order, or set a pending order up here. So if it comes up here, it's definitely, in my opinion, unless we've got a turnaround in the market, it's going to reject. It may reject early, it may reject down here, in which case I'll manually watch this. If I do enter that trade manually down here because I see rejection, I would just kill this pending order up at the 61.8. So for me, the ideal trade, probably the pending order I would set, would be a pending order up here, just at the bottom of the zone here. I would be setting my 30 pip stop loss. It's just through back testing, that works well for me. Obviously do your own back testing. Ideally you'd love to take it just above that wick, wouldn't you? That would be 35.3 pips, but I'll stick to what I don't deviate at all. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Aim the most recent low, the candle body bottom, not the wick. I always aim for the body bottom. That would give me a nice 1 to 1.63 risk to reward if that was entered. Let's just out of interest, let's have a look at if it only goes to the 38.2 or the zone, so that would be my zone here. I mean, be honest, if you take it to the top of the wick, you could say that's your zone. Yeah, you could say that's your zone in here. So if I take it to the bottom of my zone, my 30 pip stop loss would take me just above the 61.8. So that's dangerous territory. If you enter a trade in here, set a pending order, and it does go up to the 61.8, you're most likely going to get stopped out, which is why I'd leave this one for a manual entry. I wouldn't set I'd set a pending up at the 68. The 61.8, no problem. But down here at 38.2, I'd want to see actual rejection before I entered that. But if I do set my the candle body bottom low, see it's only 0.85 on the risk to reward. So to be honest, that's a trade I wouldn't take. So let's get rid of that. What I'll then be doing, looking at that, I'm going to set a pending order up at the 61.8, and if it comes into that zone, I've got a reasonable stop loss unless it spikes way back up. There's no news I'm aware that should affect this, not any sort of high level news today that should affect this, and I'll get 1 to 1.63. So that for me would be a nice pending order, and I'd look to set that. It may reject at the 38.2, but currently as it stands, I wouldn't get a 1-to-1 on that, and unless I get at least a minimum of 1-to-1, I'm not going to enter anyway. If this was a bit lower and the 38.2 gave me a 1-to-1, then I'd look for rejection at the 38.2 and enter manually. However, by the time you enter manually, you may be entering down here, and you're lucky if you're going to get 0.5 risk to reward, which just wouldn't be worth it at all. By the time you manually enter, just say I see rejection up here, and by the time I get in, I'm down here. By the time you set your 30 pip stop loss, which I always set, some people say you don't have to, you can just set above this level. That's true, but that's not the way I trade. With my trading strategy, I'm looking for higher quality and higher probability entries. I'd only get a 1 to 0.6 risk to reward, so that wouldn't be a trade I'd be interested in taking anyway. I'd much rather see it reject, go down, form a new level, come back, breakthrough level, retest, and then see if my fib lines up there. Happy to set a pending order up here, just at the bottom of the 61.8 zone. That's USD Shift. USD CAD also looked very, very similar. You can see I was looking at this already. Let's draw in my zone. Clearly we've got a price action zone in about here. We might need to fine tune that a wee bit, but there's certainly a nice price action zone up here as well. Technically here, but this looks like a major area where prices played around a lot. So you see even wicking up into this area here. So let's put that on. Let's see how our fib looks on that. I like to draw the zones and then put my fib on to see how it lines up. There we go. Now that's looking again really nice, isn't it? The 38.2 is a nice area of rejection. Some action here, as I said, at the 50, at the 0.5, I should say, a 50% zone really, and up here at 61.8, again price action. So really, we could see it coming back anywhere in that area, assuming the downtrend continues. If we do get a retest, say to this zone here, set my 30 pip stop loss. I would obviously do it exactly if I'm setting an order. Target the low. I give me a 1-to-1, just over a 1-to-1. So yeah, I would possibly look for rejection here. Absolutely. At the 38.2, again, wouldn't set a pending order. I'd want to see it reject, because you can see here again why. You set a pending order, you get triggered in, and it goes up to the 61.8, you get stopped out. So there's just no point. I would look, if I see actual rejection at the 38.2, I'd maybe look to get in with some sort of rejection candle, falling star, whatever it happens to be. Not even an indecision casual like a doji. I don't want to see a proper confirmation of a bearish move candle, maybe a bearish engulfing candle, something like that, and then I can manually enter and still sort of get a 1-to-1 on that. Happily set a pending order up here at the bottom of the 61.8. Again, theoretically it could wick higher, but it shouldn't for now on that downtrend. Aiming to the bottom, so quite happy to set a pending order in there. That would be nice. That's a 1 to 2, just over a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So I'd be happy to set a pending order in on that. The other one, GBJPY, is a pair I trade a lot. Let's have a quick look at the 4 hour. You can see we're definitely on an uptrend. On the 4 hour, the 20 is above the 50 as well. You see the 20 has been acting as a moving line of support. Looking at the 1 hour to try and get an idea of our zones or price area action areas. Well, we can see in here for sure. Seems to be was a strong price action area. It's already broken through that. So where we're looking at next, we're probably looking at here. There we go. Let me see to the top of that candle. I'll make it in line just so it looks pretty. So it'd be about there. You see it's actually just touched that. Now if we have a look at that, this might be one to try and jump in quick. Let's have a look at that. Just below the 50, isn't it? Just below the 50. It's come back, it's come off this 50, the top of the zone, and it's rejecting. So to be honest, I'm a bit late on this one. To be honest, I should have put a pending order in here already. I was too busy looking at the charts and getting ready to record this video, to be honest, and I missed that entry because that looks perfect for a rejection now to the upside. Sorry, I've got a few different charts open, and that's why they're making funny noises. If you can hear that, it doesn't seem to be working its way back down. Let's have a look here. It's unlikely to come down to the 618. Looks like you're getting rejection here at the 50. Let's have a look at the risk to reward. Yeah, 1 to 2, another nice trade. Actually, this is one I think I'm going to enter quickly on my trading screen. I'm just using my smaller test account here. Let me switch screens. Smaller test account. What we're looking at, GJI. Okay, let's come down here. GJI. Let's have a look, and I'd be happy to risk 1% on this. It looks like a half decent trade. If 6 to 1.8, I'd maybe go up to 1.5 or 2. But let's have a look. 30 pip stop loss. Right, okay. So it's a smaller account. It's a £1,000 account, which is what, about $1,200, $1,300. So I'm looking to enter just here because it is looking good. I think we've just got the rejection, so I'm going to quickly buy. I'll take my stop loss and things. There we are. That's me in. It's just a small. As I said, I'm just testing it out this week to see if the strategy is going to work well for Ftmo. Let's have a look here. Right. Okay. So now I'd set my stop losses and my take profit, and obviously I'm going to be looking at this screen for that using this tool. We can see here. This is where I entered. I'll double check where I entered. What price did I actually get in it? I got in. I'm going to close that. What did I get in it? 135.989. 135.989. Let me just do that properly. 135.989 is where I got in. My stop loss is 30 pips, and it looks like my take profit. I'm going to bring that down a wee bit. I want to aim for the top of this over here. That looks right. 136.592. So that gives me my figures here. So you can see here, I've got my entry, I've got my stop loss shown up here, I've got my take profit shown up here. I simply come back to my trading screen, and I would click on this order here, edit, and I can just simply quickly put in the values. So my take profit was 136.592, and my stop loss is 135.689. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Stop loss must be below one. What am I doing wrong? 130. Got in it. 135.989. Stop loss is a 135.6. What's wrong with that? Am I missing something? 135.689, 135. Did I do hit something wrong there? Ah, there we go. I just hit a comma instead of period. Save changes. There we are. So I've got my take profit, stop loss set, so I know what my target is. I'm already up 3.6 pips on this at the moment. Obviously it's just small, 0.03. So anyway, that's it. That one looked good for an entry there and then. So I took that one. These two here, I'm going to be setting pending orders. And you just do the same here. I'll be setting this would be obviously a pending sell order. I've got my limits in, as you can see already. Exactly. Well, let's just double check. Up a fraction. Oh, you can't. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen there. You couldn't see what I was doing. So that's my pending order. This is for USD Chef. Yeah, I'm be happy with that level. So simply come back to this is Oanda. This is, as I said, my small account, live account. Just under £1,000 in there, so about $1,200 or something. So I can't click on here. I need to click over here. There we go. So this time it's going to be a limit sell order, and let me just double check my. By the way, if you're interested, I don't know how new you are to this, but in case you are quite new to this, how do I work out my position size? Well, I choose what it is I want to trade. For example, I've got GGI over here. GGI, so I've got GGI, and this is obviously what I want to trade. So then I've also got right screen. There we go. So I just use this position size calculator. This is on my FX book. So you've got your account size. Doesn't have to be exact. As close as how much you're prepared to risk. Your stop loss in pips, the pair that you're trading. You hit calculate, and it'll just tell you right here. Your lot size is as simple as that. It is dead easy. It's not a problem. You know, if I was to only say I wanted to do, I don't know, 60 pips, I could do in the 4 hour. It would tell you can only trade 0.018 lot size. If you only had a 12 pip stop loss here, and you wanted to risk 1% of your account, it's a 0.089. So it depends on the account you're trading. Actually, I've got 960 in this in pounds at the moment, risking 30. GGI, so you can see 0.034. So I could do 0.03 of a lot, which is 3,000 units on the Oanda page. So let's come back to the Oanda page. That would be 3,000 units. Let's come back. So I've got two screens here, obviously, so I'm flicking between the screens. This is what I'm looking at now as I enter in what I'm entering in. So I'll show you what I'm entering in just so you can see it done, but I'm looking at this screen here to fill in this screen here, if you like. So again, my take profit, I can enter now 0.9694, and my stop loss was 0.93487. So I've got these values. As I said, I just got these values from here. So this is my take profit. It's showing it down here in green. This green figure here is this line here, so it's showing it as a take profit. This red figure up here, the red highlighted figure up here, would be your stop loss, and this grey box here is showing your entry price. So with all them filled in now, and you see it's a limit sell order, and when the price comes up to 136.033, oh, that's not right. Let's better fill that in. I've not done that one yet. So that one was 0.93185. No, I'm actually talking rubbish. I've not switched charts yet. Close that altogether. Sorry, I've not switched charts. That was almost a terrible mistake there. USD Chef we're looking at now. So let's come down. USD Chef. Have I got that on this platform already loaded? No, I need to add that. Oh, I need to add that. Add. And to be honest, I've not had to do that on this platform, so I'm not entirely sure where I should be clicking. Oh, there we go. So it was, where are we? Here we go. So USD. Am I just going blind here? Have I already got them? USD CAD. I can see. There's USD JPY, Euro Chef, USD CAD. Oh, we do. I do already have it. So that's why. Sorry about that. It was just hiding in there. Okay. Make sure you're on the right screen, guys. Otherwise, you're going to be taking trades you didn't mean to take. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so it's a sell market limit. Okay, that's looking better. So I'll just do this quickly. My entry price was 0.93185. My take profit is 0.92694, and my stop loss 0.93487. Okay, and it was 3,000 units. That's fine. So that's a pending order that's now been set. You can see that it's over here. I can get rid of these older ones. Yes. And yes. There we are. So they were ones I was looking at earlier this morning as well, but they never came to fruition. So you see I've got one trade I'm actually in, which is your GGI. I've got one order currently placed at the moment for USD Chef. Now that was USD Chef. USD CAD was exactly the same. Let me just switch that over. So USD CAD, I'm looking for it to, it may come back and, you know, manually hit the 38.2 and reject. If it did that, I could get a 1-to-1, so I will look for this to manually potentially go in at the 38.2 if I see rejection, but I'm happy to set a pending order now at the bottom of that zone, targeting the candle body low, which should give me just over a 1-to-2. You see it gives you the figures here again. So I've got my entry, I've got my take profit, and I've got my stop loss, and that is on USD CAD. So let's quickly go back to here. This is why I don't actually like Oanda, because just the way you have to visualize your order. Sometimes it's hard to find your pairs. When I'm trading Ftmo, obviously that's on MT4 anyway, and I actually find that actually really easy to use. But here's USD CAD. USD CAD, so it was a sell, it was 3,000 units again, and it's a limit order. Okay, so let's set a valid price. So my entry was 1.34411. My take profit was 1.33768, and my stop loss was up at 1.34712. And we'll just hit that, and that has been successfully entered. So you can see my orders, I've got my two pending orders, and they were both at the 61.8 fib. As I said, the USD dollar, I will be looking at this for rejection at the 38.2 because I would get a 1-to-1. Therefore, if I see rejection, I could get in on that trade for a 1-to-1 manually. If it blasts through that up to the 61.8, I've got the pending order in place. If I did manually take, obviously, a sell order at the 38.2, I would just kill the pending order up at the 61.8. And that's it. That's how I trade these. This is down a little at the moment, down 3 pips. So the actual active order, I'm not worried about that at all at the moment. Right, okay. And that was on GJI. So, that was on GJI. As you can see, it's come down a little, but I'm not worried about that. That's why you set the stop loss where you set it. These are my active trades. Let me switch back to screen 1. So I've got, this is a pending. I'll make my pendings green, just so I can keep an eye on them. And my actual live was the red one here. So, as I always do, let me move this out of the way. We'll take a screenshot of this, copy it, and come over to my Telegram, and that's that one. So we can close this. So that's looking good. So can't spell. So good reaction to the 50 fib. Just know what I mean. What were we talking about here? A 1-to-2 for possible 1-to-2 RR trade. Okay, so that's that trade. Obviously broke through a level, this level here, come down. You see there was price action, come down, clearly broke through the level, came right back down, retested this level with fib support and looking to reject. It may not. I mean, this could be we could be looking. Technically, you've got a high and a slightly lower high here, so you could be looking at a price reversal. If that happens, that's just trading. If you do see a very, very clear price reversal or runs, for me, I'm more likely to let it run if it just goes down, hits my take profit tough. If it starts to run sideways for hours and hours and hours and hours, I'm more likely just to close the trade and maybe just break even or a small loss or whatever. Yeah, typically I find if it's going to move, it's going to move. If it's going to go in the direction that I want it to, it's going to do it quickly. If it's going to hit the stop loss, it's going to do it quickly. Rarely does it run for ages and ages and ages and ages and then run up the way you want it to run. If that happens, typically the trade's going to go against you, I've found in the past. So normally I let this run for maybe 3-4 hours and if it's still running sideways and floating around about the sort of break even level, I normally just close the trade. If it's quickly going to run to my stop loss or take profit, that is just trading, and I'll let that happen. So that was that one. So that is a trade that I'm actually live. Well, let me just submit that. So let's take a screenshot here. Again, if you're not a member of my my Telegram, the description will be in this video and my previous videos as well. And I'm just obviously show you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, right or wrong, whether it's a success or a failure. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not sugarcoating this at all. So set a pending at the 61.8 fib. Strong downtrend established. On the 4 hour as well, on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minute. So we've got a lot of correlation there in price. Yeah, that'll do, and we'll see what happens there. Oh, I'll see what I've set usual. 30 pip stop loss for 1-to-2 RR trade. There you go. So that's that one. And let's have a look at this. This one's almost identical, isn't it? So let me just take a screenshot. Copy it. Hope I'm not boring you guys. Did that copy? Yeah, there we go. Right, and this is USD CAD. And to be honest, it's literally the same reason I entered this. There we go. Right, so, and then obviously if you're following me on Telegram, you'd see these popping up as I take them. You can either just look at them and follow them, see how they go, or you know, get into the trade yourself. This GJ is coming down a bit. I'm currently down 11 pips at the moment, so it's looking like it's maybe trying to come down to the 61.8 level. My stop is below that, so, or it could just be a price reversal. If it's a price reversal, I am going to get stopped out. If I get stopped out, so what? I'm losing 1% of my account, and that's just trading. My average win rate anyway, as I said, is between 60 and 70%. Typically it's a 1-to-1 or a 1 to, at least a 1 to 1.5, if not a 1 to 2 like this, using this strategy. So when I win, I'm typically doubling what is when I lose. So for, you know, you need 2 losses can be wiped out just by 1 good winner, and with, you know, even a 50% win rate, that would be profitable, but a 60-70% win rate, it certainly is. This is my trading strategy. I hope you've liked it. I've just run through what I'm doing for the day. That's all I'm doing for today. I'll play this one out, see what happens here. I'll watch my pending orders to see if they get triggered, or if I can possibly get in manually on the USD CAD rejection at 38.2. If I see a rejection, something like a bearish engulfing candle, falling star, whatever it happens to be. If I see something like that and I don't think it's going to make it up to the 61.8, I may enter manually and then kill that pending order. And that's how I trade, guys. So this is how I'm live trading this small account. This is just about £1,000. Small account. I'm going to live test this over the remainder of this week. I have not that I didn't have Telegram and everything set up then. You saw one trade on yesterday's video I took, and that was a winner. That was a winner for it was a 1-to-1. So, but I had risked 1.5% on that. So currently up 1.5% on that trade. I did take another trade on. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. It's Thursday today, that's right. So not yesterday, the day before. That was a winner, and that was a 2%, a risk 2% on a 1 to 1.5. So I actually gained 3% on that. So currently I'm up 4.5% this week anyway, with 2 winners. We will see how these go. This has come back a little bit. As you can see, it's retraced back some in this zone. It's hitting this price action area here, over here, and we're seeing some rejection. So I'm still hopeful for this. I was down, as you can see here, I was down 11.5 pips or so, and I'm now 5.8 pips down. So it is trying to recover. We'll just see what happens. I will put, once the trade's complete, whether I close it manually because it runs sideways, whether it hits my take profit or my stop loss, I'll then put that in my Telegram. Just again, for complete transparency, I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. My Telegram is as much a trading log for me as it is to maybe help you guys and give you guys a little bit of education on what I'm doing. Like it, or if you don't like it, you know, you might say that's crap. I now know not what to do. Well, then don't do it. Do whatever you want. As I said, this is the way I trade. That has proven successful for me over the last couple of years. Typically with 4 hours, I'm using 1 hour now to try and accommodate Ftmo, and because of that, there's this slight. I wouldn't say I'm changing my strategy, but I'm certainly having to think a little bit differently about my entries, but only a little bit. Basically, the strategy remains true, and I'm going to follow it through. If I'm in profit by the end of this week at all, then I'm hoping to take the Ftmo challenge starting next week. And if I do that, I'll certainly video all that for you guys as well. I'll show you my progress trading live on Ftmo, and hopefully, get funded, pass the challenge and pass verification, or fail it and take that as a learning exercise if that were the case. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the video there. Thanks very much for joining me. If you stuck it out this long, well done, because that's been just over half an hour. I hope you're finding it, if nothing else, educational. And all I can say is, whatever your guys are doing with your trading and such like, I wish you the best with your endeavours. I hope you've liked this video. If you have, do me a solid, like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys. Take care. Thank you very much.